Last week's Friday Thoughts video focused on helping anybody who finds themselves working for a volatile or erratic boss. And based on the number of comments and all of the feedback I got from it, I thought I'd do a follow-up this week with 3 more top tips. So if you find yourself working for a erratic, unpredictable, volatile boss, then today's video will help. Hi there, I'm Morton. I'm a leadership mentor and performance coach. I specialise in working with business professionals who are moving into more senior leadership roles, who are committed to being the best leaders they can possibly be. But to today's tips, and tip number 1 is really about adapting your communication style. So think about, does your boss like to think about the detail? Or are they more of a big picture thinker? Are they driven by logic or emotion? Are they like data or stories? If we can understand this, we can adapt our style, and in doing so we're likely to have more connection, more rapport with them. So we might get a slightly different approach because they're going to have more comfort and more confidence in our abilities. Now you could say, well, why do I need to change? They're the one that's being out of order. They're the erratic and volatile one. Well, true, you could keep doing what you've always done. But then, as Albert Einstein said, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result, right? So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2 would be to do the opposite of what you probably naturally want to do, and that is invest in the relationship. Now, if we are working for a volatile or erratic boss, most of us will probably back off and avoid spending time with that person. Some of us might push against them, but if we push against somebody, they're going to push back. So I really would encourage you to try investing in the relationship. Find some things that you can connect with them on. Look for the commonalities and the opportunities where you can build some form of rapport with them. Again, on this one, there's a great quote from Abraham Lincoln when he once famously said, "I don't think I like that man. I must get to know him better." And then the third and final tip really would be to evaluate your options. If you have tried everything you possibly can, if you can look yourself in the mirror at the end of the day and say, do you know what, I've given this my very best, I've done all I can to work more effectively with my boss, to understand them, to step into their shoes, to change my approach, to try and get a different outcome, then it might be time to evaluate your options, especially if this relationship is impacting your performance at work and having an impact on your home life. And evaluating your options might be talking to your HR department, it might be considering a different job within the same organisation, or it might be considering moving on and finding a job in a different organisation. Because ultimately we need to take accountability for our own lives and look after ourselves. That's it for this week. Hope it's been useful. As always, look after yourself, look after those you've got the privilege and responsibility to lead, and until next time, lead on.